Hi, I'm Puneet, a motivational blogger. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 2 of 180 days blogging challenge. Where I'll be doing today is setting up my blog and getting started with it. So without wasting any time, let's get started with it now. So today, before setting up my blog, I want to tell you something that I will be setting up my blog on a self-hosted WordPress blog in which I have to buy a domain, which is the website name, and the hosting where it will be hosted. So now, as you can see, I have already written down every information out here. Firstly, we will buy a domain name, our website name, from places like GoDaddy.com, name.com, or namecheap.com, or you can buy the hosting as well. If you are a beginner, you can buy a domain name from GoDaddy.com because it's a lot cheaper. But if you want more authorized and more secured, I prefer going to name.com or even namecheap.com. And let me take you how to buy a domain name now. Let me show you. So let me a domain name or a website name that I can search relation. Let me see. Let me see if domain name is available. So as you can see, some already been taken.com. So as you can see, this is available right down here, and you can just buy it. So as you can see, I have already written down here now. One is a domain name should be short, like 2 to 3 words, and it should be spellable. Second thing, it should represent your business or work. Now I know there are many websites out there which their name doesn't tell about them. For example, Zomato.com. Zomato doesn't tell you that it will be about food delivery or something. It just happened. So second thing is a domain name should represent your work, that I have already told you. Third thing, it should be remembered by people. Like it should not be something like a very tough. So a domain name should be spellable, short, it should represent your work, and it should be easily remembered. And you can buy your domain from these websites I have mentioned here. So my domain name is admiring life. Now the second thing is buying a hosting. You can buy hosting from like websites like Bluehost, Hostgator, Siteground, or WPX Hosting. And we will be using shared hosting. Now you might have question like what is shared hosting. So as I said, hosting is a place where your website is hosted. So the company is hosting hundreds or thousands of websites just like yours on their servers. This is shared hosting, and what is called dedicated hosting is a company hosting company is only hosting your websites, not like the shared hosting one where the company hosts hundreds of thousands of websites. So it's very much fast, dedicated hosting, but it is also very expensive. So we won't be going for that. We will be using shared hosting. So let me show you one shared hosting. I really prefer Siteground, but I'll just show you Bluehost. So on the Bluehost, you can just go to hosting and go to shared hosting from here. You can just buy the domain. As you can see, there are a lot of plans. I'll recommend you, if you are just starting out, you go for your basic plan. It is 199 rupees monthly, and they will charge you yearly here, and you can just select your plan. It will host only one website. You will have 50 GB of storage. Unmetered bandwidth means a good speed. Free SSL certificates about this, that your website is secure just like the Bluehost one is secured, and it gives you standard performance. Some parked domains, that is a different thing. 25 subdomains, like if I want to show you one example of subdomain, is basically you just is like if digitaldeepak.com is a website name, then this learn.digital is a subdomain of it. I hope I was clear here. Page. So that's called a subdomain. This is Digital Deepak is domain, this is subdomain, and this is domain extension .com, .in, other things like this. You get 25 of them, and you get a free domain as well. Like I just shared you here, like you can buy domain with the hosting as well. So if this plan, if you are not buying from this GoDaddy name or namecheap.com, you can just buy from here. That freely you will get after selecting this hosting plan, and they are giving you security as well. So see your budget and see which plan suits you more. And after buying the hosting, we will go to installing WordPress from hosting area. So to show this all those things, I have to show you my life how I purchased it, and I'll show you right now and show you how my hosting area looks like, how my domain area looks like, and how you can install WordPress from it. So I'm using Siteground as hosting, and I'm using here name.com for my domain. So let me show you my backend now. So now, as you can see my backend out here, I have my admiringlive.com set it up here. You can see here as well. I purchased from name.com, and I have changed my name servers. Now name servers you have to change after buying the hosting, but if you're buying your hosting and your domain name from a singular place, then you don't have to change the name servers. So there is nothing technical about that, your company will handle. But if you are purchasing from different places, you have to change your name servers. So now I'll show you my hosting area. Now this is my domain area, and now I'll show you a hosting area. From there on we will install WordPress as well. So now this is my hosting area. As you can already see, I have hosted my admiring live domain on this. If you have bought your website from any other place, you can just simply have it or like new website. You can just simply write it names, like this is an existing domain I already have. You have to write the domain name here, which is your website name, and you should just continue the following steps, and then your site will be hosted on that. You have to pay the amount obviously after that only. So let me go back here. So this is how, I'll show you once, give me a moment. So this is how my hosting area is looking like if every hosting provider gives you a different interface. So Siteground has given me this type of interface where there's an option called WordPress. So I'll just go to WordPress and install WordPress, install and manage, something like this. But as I've already installed, you can just select it here and it will automatically install. And as I've already installed, it is coming like this, and I just have to log into admin panel from here. That is, after installing WordPress, you can just simply log in from your website name /wp admin. So if I'm not going to log in from here, I can simply log in from here, like my website name .com/wp WordPress, that stands for admin, that is administrator, like simply like this, and I will be come to login page. This page will pop up. Now you might ask what is my username or password. For that, when you are installing WordPress, you will be given the option to choose your username and password both, so you will be setting up from there only. Just let me log in now and I'll show you how my back area of how the backend would be looking like. There might not be the options, there might not be so many options, but it will be just similarly like this only. And if you go to normally my website, it has been already set up, so it will coming like this. So I'll tell you a small thing, what is backend and what is front end. So the website comes is called front end, and this page is called backend. So there are two things which I'll just write. This is backend and xyz.com is front end of every website. Okay, cool. So that's how we set up the blog. If you have any problems in setting up your blog, just give me a DM on any of my social media. I'll help you out there, like how you can proceed with the different technicalities if you are finding one. So don't worry about that. So after I get to this area, I need to install few things which I'll be doing. So let's get started with the blog, as we have already created it. Now things we have to do here is, after installing WordPress, you need to do basic settings of your blog. So let's do it now. Here there are so many options, but you have to go to the setting option and go to the general. Here you put your site title and here your tagline. So as you can see in this, like this is my site title, this is a logo coming here, and this is the tagline. You can edit it from here. Your website name comes here. Everything looks fine. If you have a membership website, you can have this option ticked and leave these options. Change your time zone on whichever place you stay. I stay in India, so I have put the time zone at Kolkata. And after making all the changes, you have to save it. Then in the setting options, you have to go to the writing, and you can just see the things out here, and this is nothing major here, but you can have this custom content types, that if you want testimonials on your website or any portfolio projects, you can just tick this both and save changes. Let's go now to reading section of settings. So as you can see, there are two options coming here. One says that your homepage displays your latest post like this. Let me show you. So these are the latest posts that comes here. Or you can have a static page that shows normal sections. Like I'll show you an example here how a static page looks like. So this is a static page. There is no blog section. This is a static page, and this is one of the influencers page here, and you can see there are testimonials, there are things, but they are not blogs. So these are called the static pages. So if you create one, you can have your home page displays as a static page, and you can have an option like how many blog posts you want to show on your first page, like 10, 5. You can just select in here, and you can just say like if you want the full text or summary, like a summary or like full text over here. You can just select from here. After that, you can have some related post entries if you want, and other things are not so important right now, but you can have a go through that. Go to discussion settings now. So you can just see, like, email me whenever anyone posts a comment or any blog. You can just see the requirement. Like if you have a requirement to everything, you can just read it and just tick whatever applies to you. Always I prefer like comment must be manually approved so that there are no spam comments. I can manually approve them, so I prefer that way. And you can have a greeting text, leave a reply on my blog post, it's your call. And you can just save changes. After that, I have done all the changes, so I'm good to go here. These are the media files out here. All the photos of the website's sizes are here. And what I was saying is the media, all the photos come here in the library section. This is just the size of it. Let's not waste time here and go to permalink section in the settings. So I always prefer that if I add any blog post, it should come like my website name / that post name, not like this question page or 123 or these things. So I always prefer have a post name. So you can just do this one and save changes. Now let's go. If you are not able to understand, I'll show you, like, if this is a blog post, if I just click on it, and this is like a post name coming. I don't want any question mark 1 2 3 coming here, as it's not that looks good. So that's why it's a post name here. That's you can do from here. After that, save the changes and go to the next section, privacy. So you can have a privacy policy page, and you can just create one. But are you collecting information about your users, and mention all of these in these pages. You can create pages from this section, pages, or add new. You can have your own privacy policy page, or you can have some. You can see that in your niche, in your, like, if I am in self-improvement, like how other self-improve websites are using their privacy policy pages, I can take inspiration from that and write my own. So that's how you can do it. And it's an important page you need to have. After that, these are all the plugins which I have installed, so it might not come inside of your website backend. So that's all for the basic settings of your blog. Now coming to choosing a good theme, is you will go to the appearance section and go to the theme section. As I've already set up OceanWp theme, there are many good themes out there. You can just have a look, like go from add a new theme. So always prefer having a theme which is mobile friendly. And write down here for you. A good theme is mobile friendly and loads fast. So that's a trait of a good theme. So you can see there are so many theme options for me, but some of the best theme options are, what do you say, are the WordPress ones, or like OceanWp is my favorite. There is GeneratePress you can have, and there are many more as well. You can go from mythemeshop.com and get free themes out there as well. And there are some paid themes out there which are like this Genesis theme. These are very good themes for your website. Themes are basically the structure you want of your website. Like if I choose this one, if I want to see the preview of how my website will look in this theme, so I can just go to the preview and check it out like this from here. And if I like it, I just install it from here and just use this theme for my website. You can see how it is looking. If you want to see the changes in your own website, how this will look, you have to first install it. I'll just avoid it for now. So after having theme, you need to have some necessary plugins. So some necessary plugins are, one, I'll write it down here for you. One are security plugins to make your site secure. So some of the good security plugins are WordFence, and you can have one like backup plugin if anything wrong happens. If your hosting company takes your backup, but still you can have backup plugins. For example, you can install plugin Upgrade Plus or any other like WP Time Capsule. These are just some options I knew, so I'm writing it down here for you. You can have some speed plugins as well. For example, WP Cache and WP Rocket if you want to have. So they increase your site speed. And you can have some, if you have to install some JavaScript codes on your website and connecting some Google Analytics, Facebook, other websites with your website, you have to install the JavaScript codes. And to install that, they are coming there. There are some one second. There are some plugins for that as well. For example, HFCM, head post and footer injection. These are some good options. You can have it for yourself, check it out. And there are many other plugins which you can use. There are some paid plugins as well, and there are some free plugins as well. One of the good plugins is Jetpack, which is an all-rounder plugin. It have like all the security, backup, speed, all those options out here in the Jetpack, so you can use that as well. All-rounder plugin, but it takes your speed of the website to load. Another thing is you have to install Google Analytics to check how many visitors are coming on your website. You need to have Google Search Console as well, and to see how many people are coming from Google. So for all these purposes, there comes a plugin called Google Site Kit, and if you install this plugin, you will have integrate your website with all these things. So that's a good plugin. You can try it out as well for yourself. Now to another plugin is email subscription forms. Like if you want people to subscribe to your email list from your website, so for that plugins also come. For examples, one can be free one, which is contact form 7. Another is Elementor as well. Another one is WP forms, and if you search in the, I will show you how the plugin section looks like and how to add new plugins on your website. You can check it out for yourself as well. And other can be MailChimp. They are the service providers. So for that, you have to have a service provider. To have this option, you need to have an email service provider like MailChimp. These are mail service providers. You have to just log in that, and you have to connect this email subscription form plugin. Then only it will integrate with your website. Another are ConvertKit, etc. Okay, so I'll show you some. So these are some of the good plugins out here. I'll show you here. So if you see here, there's a plugin option here. and you can just go to add new plugins and see for yourself. There are so many good plugins, but that plugins can slow your website speed, so you have to with that, not having too many plugins. Just see good plugins out there and see if it gels with your website requirements. Okay, so you can see the Jetpack one plugin I was having to tell you can install, so you can just install now and then activate. Okay, so that's how you install plugins on your website. There are some plugins on my website which I'll show you here. Like Akismet is moderating that if there are any spam comments, it will just check it out, it will protect it. And this is the, like, if there is any broken link out there, so that's a plugin. Contact Form 7, which I just told, this is a privacy policy one. And Elementor is one which is a multi-user page builder which I use. This is for analytics, this is for social share plugins, this is for JavaScript codes, and this is Jetpack, and this is table of contents for adding elements to my website. This is email subscription wala, and there are some many more, like this is a protection one, backup one, and this is the SEO one for the Google. So there are many plugins which you can install on your website, but do one thing at a time and it will help you. Okay, so these are the plugins which you can install. These are some famous plugins. Now coming to the menu bars, creating menu bars for your website is you go to appearance section, create menu bars from here. So menu bars are nothing but these options. These are the menus which you see on every website, and these are some menus in one menu, and that's how you create it. And in the below section also there is a menu, so this is also a menu which I have here. Okay, so you just select one main menu, select, and this is how I structured. I added a menu, home from here, personal growth from here. You have to create pages, and you can create pages from here. Then it will show up here, and you can add, click on this, and they will come here. Add after you add to menu from here. Okay, and that's how you do it. And you can just save menu, and it will show like this. You can add as many as you like. And this is a footer menu which I'll just select. 1 second. This is a footer menu I was showing you, this home, about, contact. So you can just do it from here, and these are the 4 things. You can just create a new menu from here, and as many menus if you want for your website, you can just do it. Next thing is writing some basic information about your website. So let's see that as well. So as you can already see, if I just go back here, I have already added about section and contact section, how you can contact me, and how I have added some information in my about section. These are very important pages on your website. So this is the about section which I have just written here, and how you can write it is you just go to pages, add new page. I'll show you here. You just add about and write it down and just publish this. After publishing, you just add from the menu section again, the one I showed you right now, this going from appearance to menus. After you publish that page, it will come here, and you can just drag drop to here and just save menu, and it will come out here. So writing this basic information is very important. You can just add a contact page, you can add about page, and it will help a lot. You should also have a legal pages, like these privacy policy pages, that will give signal that this website is very authentic. Okay, So that are some of the things that you should know. I'll write it down for here, like writing some basic information of your website, about us, contact page, and privacy policy page. You can just see how other people on your niche, on your self-improvement niche or any other niche, you see how they write their privacy policy page, and you can just add the page from here, add pages, write some content and publish and post from the menu section. Okay, matlab you can just show from the menu that this is my privacy policy page in the footer anywhere you like. For example, like this is. So as you can see, he has written the privacy policy page over here. This is the footer menu he has created, and you can just see this is the front above menus, and this is a static page which I just mentioned. You can just have a static page from the going to the settings section. If you have a static page, you have to create one page from pages section, add new. So from reading. So from reading, you can have a static page. This is another example of page. You can just have it on your, and this is the privacy policy which I was mentioning. So these are some important pages. You can just check it out and try it out for yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is the basic work which we did. Day 3 is about writing main articles, some content. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow on day 3 on writing some content on our website. Till then, have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.